IELTS Listening, Section 4. You will hear a lecturer giving a lecture about the evolution of human language. First, you have sometimes to look at questions 31 to 40. Now we shall begin. You should answer the question as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer the questions.
Today, we explore one of the most intriguing aspects of human evolution: language. Unlike any other species, humans possess an intricate communication system. But where did it begin? Scholars argue that before vocal speech, early humans relied on gestures to convey meaning. Imagine two individuals attempting to coordinate a hunt, signaling direction, danger, or intent without a structured language. While some claim primitive vocalizations came first, these were likely accompanied by movements, reinforcing meaning in a way simple sounds could not. The driving force behind linguistic development was undoubtedly cooperation. Without a way to organize hunting strategies, allocate tasks, or warn against threats, survival would have been difficult. It's tempting to believe that intelligence alone led to language, but in reality, the necessity of social organization fueled its evolution. Early humans had to work together, and clear, effective communication became a crucial survival trait. An early precursor to writing was drawings, found in caves dating back thousands of years. These pictorial representations served not just as artistic expressions, but as a means to encode and transmit ideas. While some suggest that verbal storytelling held equal weight, cave art provided something unique, a physical record that persisted beyond spoken words. The transition from mere depictions to structured symbols was a pivotal step toward written language. Language processing is linked to Broca's area, a region in the left hemisphere of the brain. This area is specifically responsible for speech production. It's easy to assume that Wernicke's area, which deals with comprehension, plays an equal role. But the inability to produce speech, a condition known as Broca's aphasia, demonstrates just how vital this region is. One of the most fascinating theories suggests that the invention of tools played a major role in the complexity of language. Tool-making required careful planning, sequential thought, and teaching, all of which demanded more advanced communication. Some might argue that fire-making was equally transformative, but it lacked the same level of cognitive coordination and instruction needed for tool production. A key feature distinguishing human speech from animal calls is our ability to produce a wide range of sounds. Unlike primates, whose vocal abilities are limited, early humans could manipulate their vocal tracts to create distinct phonemes, forming the basis of vocabulary expansion. One might assume facial expressions were equally integral, but while they conveyed emotion, they lacked the specificity required for linguistic diversity. Some researchers propose that the earliest spoken languages resembled tonal languages found today. In languages such as Mandarin or Thai, pitch variations dramatically alter meaning. Early humans might have relied on intonation and pitch shifts before developing structured grammar. While some argue for simpler monotonal speech in early language, tonal variation likely played a fundamental role. Writing systems allowed humans to preserve knowledge across generations. Unlike spoken traditions, which depended on memory and oral transmission, writing provided a permanent, stable means of recording information. Some suggest that early scripts emerged primarily for trade, but historical evidence shows their use in law codes, religious texts, and literature long before economic transactions were widely recorded. One challenge in reconstructing the history of language is the absence of fossil evidence. Unlike tools or bones, speech leaves no direct trace. While some argue that ancient manuscripts offer the best clues, these only date back a few thousand years. By contrast, spoken language likely existed for tens of thousands of years, making direct evidence nearly impossible to find. Finally, technological advancements have transformed our understanding of linguistic evolution. Brain imaging and AI-driven linguistic analysis provide insights that traditional archaeology cannot. While some believe that excavations hold the key to unlocking the past, it is modern technology that allows us to reconstruct the cognitive and vocal capabilities of our ancestors. This concludes our exploration of how human language evolved. As we continue to study and develop new methods of analysis, we gain deeper insights into the incredible complexity of our linguistic heritage.
That is the end of Section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Please make sure you have transferred all your answers to the answer sheet correctly. The listening test is now over. You may now proceed to the reading section.